Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
New tonight at 6, frustration over water bills in the city of West Fargo. Several people contacting our whistleblower hotline with a list of complaints when it comes to the city's water department.
Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard reached out to the city for answers.
We've been having outrageous bills.
James Jones lives on 12th Street in the Brooks Harbor neighborhood in West Fargo.
They told me to check my house for leaks. They told one of the neighbors to quit doing as much laundry. The city is saying their stuff is working perfectly.
His monthly water bill for much of September was $260, saying he used 26,000 gallons of water. Jones says no way.
My eyes lit up pretty good. Then I was kind of pissed off because we did stop watering our lawn because last month we were watering and had a high bill.
A neighbor called our whistleblower hotline saying they were charged $513 for using 76,000 gallons of water. He was traveling and unable to do an interview, but like Jones says, that's impossible.
That many people can't have that many leaks.
We reached out to the city of West Fargo and they say fees for water went up in July to cover the increased cost of water supplies and help pay for repair and rehabilitation projects, as well as future special assessments. The new water rate's $7.25 a month for residential customers, plus a monthly usage charge of $7 per 1,000 gallons. Sewer rates also went up to $9 a month and a usage charge of $4 per 1,000 gallons. For now, neighbors say they're rolling up the hoses and cutting back on water to keep the bills down as much as they can. In West Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
Jones says he normally pays $120 for water. The city of West Fargo says the problem isn't on their end and it's up to the user to check for leaks. If you need help uncovering fraud or corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline and we'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. Call 237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth.
I'm not complaining about our weather. Pretty mild these days, considering what it could be like in October. Let's find out from Nathan how your Tuesday night is shaping up. Nathan?
Yeah, Mike, a very mild evening for us in the Southern Valley. Light winds for us this evening as well. You can see our Dakota Magic Casino Skycam. A light breeze there in the Hankinson area, but still seeing a few clouds there hanging on there for our friends right along the South Dakota state line. Here's those current wind gusts right now. Westerly to northwesterly winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour for most of us. Did get a recent gust in Fargo of 29 miles per hour, so still a bit of a breeze out there, but as we continue through the sunset hour, these winds will be calming down as we head toward sundown later on this Tuesday evening. Now, here's the satellite and radar. Seeing those clouds in the central part of the valley, some clearing sky up toward the north, but we do have a bit of a shower there moving through Lake of the Woods County and southern Roseau County as well. Some light rainfall with that, more like a splash and dash shower. But for most of us, just seeing those clouds holding on for us this evening. Baudette has warmed up about 4 degrees since the last hour to around 60 degrees. 60 also in Bemidji, 68 right now in Fargo. The average high for this time of year is 61. So most of us are either at or well above that average high temperature. Do have some colder weather on the way, Mike, when Andrea will break that down coming up.
All right, thanks so much. A former lawmaker from North Dakota has passed away. Former U.S. Senator Mark Andrews died on Saturday at the age of 94. He was first elected to Congress in 1963, re-elected 8 times to the U.S. House. Andrews was later elected to the U.S. Senate in 1980 and served there until 1987. Now, due to the COVID pandemic, there will be a private family service.
Police in Bemidji, Minnesota want your help finding a missing teenager. 14-year-old Marley Hedberg was last seen at her home on October 2nd, and police say it appears she left the area on her own. She's about 5 feet, 6 inches tall, 140 pounds, with brown eyes and long brown hair. Authorities say Hedberg was last seen wearing a maroon sweatshirt, blue jeans, and black shoes with white shoelaces. Police say she may be in the Cass Lake, Minnesota area. If you have any information about her, call police at 218-333-9111.
A high-risk sex offender in Grand Forks has moved to a new location. Roger Whaley now lives at 1702 22nd Avenue South, apartment 210. It's the second time he's moved in a little over a month. He was convicted in 2017 for having child porn on his computer.
A Moorhead man is facing charges after court documents state he inappropriately touched a young girl several times. 43-year-old Roberto Garza is charged with 1 count of second-degree criminal sexual conduct. According to court documents, the 12-year-old victim told investigators that Garza began assaulting her after being released from prison while staying at her grandma's house in Moorhead. The victim says Garza kissed her, rubbed her inner thighs, and put his hands down her pants. If convicted, he faces up to 25 years in prison.
Still no cause to a fire that destroyed a garage and extensively damaged a home in Polk County. The call came in around 2:30 this morning at 30,000 block of 340th Avenue, southeast in Hill River Township. That garage was fully engulfed in flames and the fire was spreading to the attached home. No one was hurt.
Authorities are looking over the damage after a fire at the Mindak Farmers Cooperative Beet Plant in Wahpeton. It happened around 5:30 this morning when the boiler vacuum caught fire. 2 employees were working in the area at the time. They were not hurt. The plant has resumed its regular operations.
This unique style outdoor chair was stolen from a home off a patio in North Moorhead. As you can see, it's a wicker egg chair with navy blue cushions, and if you see or have more information, call dispatch at 701-451-7660.
Tribal communities nationwide are struggling financially amid the pandemic. In March, a FEMA emergency declaration gave every tribe an option: work with either the federal or state government. North Dakota's tribal governments decided to work with the state, and leaders say benefits of that choice are now quite apparent, as they say North Dakota is ensuring they're properly equipped.
I haven't yet to see a tribe or hear of a tribe that's really without any resources. So, and the tribes do very well of managing those resources too.
Davis says that along with the tribal members following CDC guidelines have prevented large outbreaks on reservations across the state.
North Dakota schools will be getting cloth masks soon to curb the spread of COVID-19. The state will be getting almost 180,000 of them. This allocation is based on North Dakota's number of students from low-income families. Large masks for adults and students in grades 7 through 12 are being distributed. Smaller masks intended for younger students will be handed out once they arrive in North Dakota. The masks are being sent to public school districts, which will be responsible for sharing them with non-public schools in their communities. Later on Valley News Live at 6, Minnesotans who did not claim their stimulus checks may still be able to get one. How you can get that check and President Trump's plans for another stimulus payment.
And if you have any plans tonight, things looking good across the metro, seeing those temperatures cooling through the 60s into the 50s with that lighter northwest wind. Still seeing some clouds hanging around though in Fargo, and then a little bit cooler for our friends up toward the north, seeing those temperatures cooling into those low 50s. We'll break it all down for you next.